Good morning. Welcome to RNN, Recovery News Network. I am Dan Renfro. This is a little different segment. We are starting a 31-day devotional, and we're going to use Proverbs because there's 31. Look into Proverbs every day. We're going to pick some pieces out of it. We're going to talk about how it works in our Recovery News Network. Recovery as we look into so many different things. Some of us are recovering from some kind of pain, some kind of physical ailment, some kind of mental problem, some kind of depression type thing. Some are in recovery from addiction, or from like food or alcohol or drugs or something like that. This 18-week challenge we're getting ready to take off on at RNM is a mind, body, and spiritual journey. And we challenge you to stay with us for the whole 18 weeks. The next 31 days, we challenge you to just get up with us every morning. We're going to have this up at 6 o'clock and just kind of walk through the Proverbs with us. So with no further ado, we're going to the Proverbs today. Today, we're going to be on Proverbs 1. And Proverbs 1, first just to kind of round this up for you, and then we'll jump right into it. Solomon is teaching his son, one of his sons, maybe all of his sons, but he tells us his son, he's raising him up to be the king that he expects him to be. He's raising up as a child, and he's giving him a lot of understanding as one of the most brilliant men that ever lived, the Bible tells us. So let's get to the proverb. We won't read every line every day, but we're going to read a little bit of it today. So today it says, starts with Proverbs 1, the first verse, the Proverbs of Solomon, son of David, king of Israel. It gives us a time there. It says, this is for learning about wisdom and instruction, for understanding the words of insight, for gaining instruction in wise dealing, righteousness, justice, and equity, to teach shrewdness to the simple, knowledge to the prudent, to the young. Let the wise also hear and gain in learning, and the discerning acquire skill, to understand a proverb and figure the words of the wise and their riddles. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of all knowledge. Fools despise wisdom and instruction. So this literally sets you up to tell you what Proverbs is about. It's to teach you to deal with the world. Do you hear? Deal with shrewdness. Did you hear with Did you hear that it's going to deal with shrewdness? It's going to deal with the world. We call this living life on life's terms. What a perfect way to start out our Bible studies for the next 18 weeks. And even a better way to start out a recovery Bible study or a devotional is the first warning. Hear, my child, your father's instructions. Do not reject your mother's teaching. He's telling you, listen to me. How many times have we told our children, or our sponsors told us, hear me, listen to me. For they are fair garland around your neck. Surround yourself with that teaching, and pendants for your necks. My child, if sinners entice you, do not consent. People, places, and things, let's stay away from them. If they say, come with us, let us lie in wait for blood. Let us wantonly ambush the innocent. Let Sheol, the grave, death, like Sheol, let's swallow them alive and whole, like those who go down in the pit. We shall find all kinds of costly things, and we shall fill our houses with booty. Throw in among us, we will have all one purse. So I encourage you, again, every day to read this whole thing, and it goes on. But what a great way to start out a recovery devotional. It really talks about people, places, and things. Don't get caught up with these people that once we get away and we're starting to do the right thing, we're following God, we're trying to get to meetings. Man, people who are not trying to get clean and sober, who are not trying to get away from their negative and nasty ways, are not trying to be honest again, depending on what it is you're here for, recovery-wise, you're now you're on the next steps. You're trying to do the right thing. They're going to hate that. And that's why you see so many people talk about they lose all their old friends. That's a blessing from God. Because they're old friends who don't want to walk with you in your new life and do positive things and surround themselves with the people you're surrounding yourself with. They want to talk bad about the leaders and want to talk bad about, oh, how bad that meeting is or how it's not right. They want to pick at everything, not because it's bad, because they want you to look to them, because they want you to stay in the old ways. Then when it says, let's lie in wait, and then they're going to attack for the blood. They're going to attack these people. They're going to take their things. That's what these people that live in their old ways want you to do. They want to. They're really saying they want to attack other people, but they want to attack you. They want to bring you in, and they want to take everything you have. You know, we think people like us because they like us. They like our support. They like our money. They want to have one purse, and they want us to be the people that put whatever into the purse. So today, as you look at our first day, I would strongly recommend that if you're not connected to a good set of meetings, a good Christian 12-step meeting, a good church, you'll have a great pastor that understands recovery in all of its facets. I would suggest don't leave your church. I want you to stay with whatever church you're connected to, whatever meetings you're connected to. But I want you, in addition, find a place that connects all those things together, and so that you have a very strong recovery. If you're recovering from something broken, like an arm or a leg or a hip or something like that, I want you to find the very best doctors and the very best therapy people and people to support you in those groups. If you're recovering from drugs and alcohol, I want you to find the best NA, AA groups, but I want you to find a good Celebrate Recovery or other Christian recovery group that can get you mind, body, and spirit. If it's not a holistic, full body, full essence approach, it's probably not going to work. Remember in the beginning when AA first came around, 75% recovery rate with the people on their first or second try that followed the book, the spiritual, the physical, the mental aspect of the whole problem, that followed the whole thing. As it got watered down and people thought about, they started violating what the book said, that threw God out of the program, so to speak, it got watered down. Today, 1.2%, 1.2% recovery rate because we've removed the spiritual part of the program. If we could physically done it on our own, we would have. Same thing. If you're recovering from a broken bone, if you don't follow the directions, if the doctor tells you to exercise 20 minutes a day and you only exercise 5 minutes a day, it's going to take you 3 times as long, and the bone may not heal correctly. It may heal incorrectly, and then you'll have pain and problems from it forever. Follow the program, do the right thing. See you tomorrow. Thanks for coming in. This is 31 Days Through the Proverbs. I hope you